Hello, everybody. I'm really happy and pleased that I'm with you today on the first Postal Service Innovation Day out of the Silicon Valley. As you see, I'm sitting in Switzerland in the mountains in my home office because of everybody do this in the moment. So I'm happy to join in this virtual world with you and give you some key messages out from me. But first, as Sean mentioned, I want to give you a short background from my way. I have founded last year my own company, but before I was 6-year CEO of the Swiss Post. Swiss Post is a company, 60,000 people, and provides services in banking and in postal services in Switzerland and also abroad. Before I was CEO in British Telecom, BT, out of Switzerland as well. And my longest career I did in the technology sector in a well-known American company, IBM, where I started as trainee and was at the end the leader of global technology services. So as you see, not a career like I always invent myself to do different things. And I'm really happy also to share some of these ideas with you. When you look, IBM is a technology company. They make innovation in big labs. They have every year an innovation outlook. This is a huge thing and very, very good. And you see a long view on the future. When you compare this with a traditional postal enterprise, who is often government related, who has a contract for universal services, who has a long tradition in really distribute things to the population. And as you know, population are so diverse. It's really a contrast, these two companies. But how can a company like a traditional postal services be innovative? And I give you two examples where I see we are very, very proud on all postal services worldwide that they can do this because they have a power inside and a lot of diverse people to innovate. So first of this, for example, you need people outside your company. As here we discussed this day for different startups, they bring disruptive ideas. They challenge you. They say, look, what you do is good, but look up ahead. This will change. This times is not the same. And we did this once with the drones. We had a post delivers on the road, delivers with train, but not in the air normally. And I was with my team a long time ago in Plug and Play, and we had a lot of startups presenting us ideas with drones. And one of them, we made a project because big companies need to have this outside innovative and as well pushy startups. They help them to deliver a new service. At the end, and I can tell you, after several trials, after up and downs, and also things were not going, we made a service, a blood transport from hospitals to laboratory with the drone. And the very important point is, it's not only innovation at itself, it's a business service. You need at the end as well getting some money out and earn as well something with this. On the other side, you have this universal service where you have a look where you can help the people. Another thing who is also important is the trend of autonomous vehicles. Swiss Post had a bus service as well. Not many companies, postal company has this anymore. And this bus service needs to develop as well. And this was an autonomous, without any drivers, a trial to make a shuttle in a city without any driver, but with a time schedule. What want I say with these two examples? Every post has a lot of power inside, and when they can mix it with startups and interested companies outside, they don't have to buy them or to integrate them, but they have to make projects with them and develop new things. And this collaboration, this is very fruitful for new services. And as we see, the digitalization is very much going forward, and in the time we are now, it is essential that we go in this direction. So again, here will be a lot of further potential. And I'm looking very much forward to this, as I was proud at the end, Swiss Post was for 3 times the best post worldwide, because this is also something you need to have a high quality, reliable service, and on the other side, the power to develop new services and innovate new things. And I'm sure a lot of posts I saw in my career where I was with the Post have this power and will do this. So this day will give you a lot of energy and input for new services. Have a very good day, and I'm really happy to join you and be with you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Susanne, for your thoughts. We are now going to move into the Q&A portion of the presentation. If everyone in the audience can submit questions through the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen, we can get started. Perfect. So thanks again, Susanne. First question coming in for now. Let's see. What is the best way for startups to engage with post offices?
Yeah, that's probably not in every company the same, but I think it's important that there is in all companies somebody who looks about development and innovation. And I think in this, what I'm experience, you should get in contact with them directly, or you have program where you put out the questions to startup how you can innovate more. But this is individual, but normally there is in every company an interface for development and innovation.
Gotcha. Awesome. And hold on, let me pull this one up. Let's see, what is the best way to move from pilot to commercial contract?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I didn't get it fully.
Sorry, so this one's kind of feeding off the previous question, but what is the best way to move from pilot to commercial contract? So
you need, I understand. You need to make a successful pilot. And as I said as well, you don't need only the innovation part, you need as well a business case, because at the end, something needs to bring more value, and more value, if you bring this to the customer or to the service, you need really to develop this business case as well. So this is really, otherwise, and we are all know this, a lot of pilots were not successful at the end, but it depends what kind of goal and objective you have to achieve. For me, what was always as well the value add you bring to the customer, in one way the universal services, or you make really a money and the services that customers will also buy.
Perfect. Awesome. And let's see, we've got a whole flow of questions rolling in now, but let's go with this one. What are some ways that you've seen postal services balance the need for innovation along with meeting the needs of their customers?
Okay, can you repeat? I have not so good connection. I'm sorry.
No worries. What are some ways that you've seen postal services balance the needs for innovation along with meeting the needs of their customers?
How they do it, or how they go it for it. So if you say how they do it, when you have an innovation, I think there are 2 sides. One is inside the post or inside a company with their employees, and on the other side it's outside some needs. For example, the COVID-19 will give us a lot of new innovation we have to go on, but we see the needs, and we observe the customers. And often, if you develop these services along the customer or along a need you have, you will see also with the pilot if they are succeed or not. And then you have to discuss if you want to stop or you go on with this. But this is an important, it needs a certain governance on this. Otherwise you fail, or you don't bring the demand to the earth.
Gotcha. And let's see, last question for the sake of time, and you'll be able to answer some of the other questions offline. But what are some types of technologies that that post companies should look at to implement in the next 1 to 2 years?
It depends of in which area you want to innovate. So for example, if I see the post companies, they have a lot of data. They need some analytics, they need some some way to sort out all this data. They have data lakes probably already built, and they need to make the right question, what helps us to bring something quicker, faster, better, higher quality towards the universal service or towards the customer. For example, you have so much information on all the addresses, and there is a lot of regulation around about confidentiality and all these things, but you need to sort out how can you use this for a better service. Or for example, route planning with all the simulations. You can do every day, if you have new parcels, you have new addresses, because not the postman don't stop in every parcel place on every letterbox every day. So how can you adapt, and can you make this more speedy, less energy, quicker, faster, etc. But I think when you ask me, I think we should, as Post, should also look about artificial intelligence, what is really helpful for the future, data analytics, and as well in the robotics area, in the whole, how you deliver and how you make the parcel effective in the delivery center, how you can sort it out. So a lot of all this technology will exactly come to the post, and I think you need to have a team that can really sort out what is the most important, but each post is on another status.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, that is all the time we have left, and we appreciate you joining us and sharing some insight on innovation within the postal industry.